New today, we have to talk about this historic moment for baseball fans everywhere and really one hitting home here in the upstate. Greenville's very own Shoeless Joe Jackson, a player many consider one of the greatest of all time. He's now just a swing away from a permanent place in history. Fox Carolina's Brookley Cromer spoke with one of Jackson's relatives who's fought for decades to keep his legacy alive.
Major League Baseball has reinstated Shoeless Joe Jackson, making him Hall of Fame eligible, reigniting his family's decades-long fight to restore the legacy of the man whose story began right here.
That kind of takes a stain away from his record.
For Lester Irwin, Shoeless Joe Jackson wasn't just a baseball legend, he was family. Lester was just 5 years old when Jackson died, but memories of the slugger remain vivid. As a child, he'd often visit Jackson's home in Greenville.
My most vivid memory, other than just being here and visiting them in this house, was I would be playing imaginary baseball by myself outside. And there were several times whenever they would be sitting there and I would slide into Joe's foot and use it as a base.
The Greenville native got his start playing on mill teams around the upstate in the early 1900s. He went on to play for several professional teams, including the Chicago White Sox.
That's him right there.
Then Shoeless Joe's legacy was hit with scandal when he and other teammates were accused of conspiring to throw the 1919 World Series. Though acquitted in court, baseball banned him for life.
Everything that he did and these other guys did, I think they should put that in the past and they should concentrate on what they did on the baseball field. And obviously, Joe and Pete were two of the greatest that ever played the game. They ought to look at those stats and they ought to consider that whenever they vote for the Hall of Fame.
One of the sport's greatest hitters, his career record made him a legend. Lester remembers the baseball great's famed bat, Black Betsy.
I'd go into his office, which was just over to the right in the living room, and office and where he kept his memorabilia and scrapbooks and things of that nature, and where he kept the bat, Black Betsy. Whenever you'd walk in the door, it was always right there in the corner, propped up between his desk and the wall.
Years later, Lester inherited that bat and a mission. For decades, he's fought to clear Jackson's name, lobbying lawmakers, going through historical records, and sharing stories of the man he knew, not the scandal.
There was a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, because not just myself, but there's been a lot of people that have been putting in a lot of effort for the last 40 or 50 years to get Joe to this point in time. Not necessarily to get him, our goal wasn't to get him into the Hall of Fame, our goal was to get his name cleared so he would be eligible to go in the Hall of Fame. Whatever happens will happen, but this was a major move to clear Joe's name.
While Jackson's reinstatement is historic, the earliest he could be inducted into the Hall of Fame is 2028, when the committee next votes. Reporting in Greenville, Brookley Cromer, Fox Carolina News.